M.B. Patil, Hobbieli Industries Minister of Karnataka proposes land for jewellery park near Intel Airport during IIJS Tritiya in Bengaluru. IIJS Tritiya 2025, third largest and most comprehensive B2B jewellery show of India, is more tech-focused than ever before. 100-plus exhibitors from 50 cities across India showcasing in 1,900 stalls, spread across 3 expansive halls, Hall 3, 4 and 5. The Select Club, new addition, in Hall 3, a premium section dedicated to high-end couture jewellery. Concurrently running India Gem and Jewellery Machinery Expo, IGMI, with 80-plus companies across 100 stalls. IIJS Tritiya celebration night to feature Bollywood sensation Naqash Aziz live in action. Theme for IIJS Tritiya 2025, Classical Indian Dance Forms under the Brilliant Bharat theme. 15,000-plus visitors expected from 500 cities of India. Bengaluru, 21st March 2025, the third edition of IIJS Tritiya 2025, India's third largest and most comprehensive B2B jewellery show, organized by the Gem and Jewellery Export Promotion Council, GJPC, opened at the Bangalore International Exhibition Centre, BEEC, from 21st to 24th March 2025. Shri M.B. Patil, Hobbieli Minister of Large and Medium Industries and Infrastructure Development, Government of Karnataka, inaugurated IIJS Tritiya 2025 along with Dr. Sharvanata, MLC, Karnataka, Shri B.A. Ramesh, Joint Managing Director, Thangamil, Shri ABS Sanjay, Managing Director, Avia Swarnamahal Jewellery Limited, Shri Kirit Bhansali, Chairman, GJPC, Shri Neerav Bhansali, Convener, National Exhibitions, GJPC, Shri Mahendra Kumar Tayal, Regional Chairman, South, GJPC, Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta, President Jewellers Association Bengaluru, and Shri Sabyasachi Ray, Executive Director, GJPC along with others. Shri M.B. Patil said, Karnataka is proud to host IIJS Tritiya 2025, showcasing India's exceptional craftsmanship and creativity in the gem and jewellery sector. We remain committed to creating a supportive ecosystem, and I invite the industry to explore the opportunities Karnataka offers. I'm pleased to propose allocating land near Bengaluru's International Airport for a dedicated mega jewellery park. This strategic location, combined with Karnataka's progressive policies and world-class infrastructure, aims to create a vibrant hub for the gem and jewellery industry. In his welcome address, Shri Kirit Bhansali, Chairman, GJPC, said, IIJS Tritiya's rapid growth reflects the industry's drive and the strong demand for innovative, high-quality jewellery. Despite global challenges like geopolitical uncertainties and tariff issues, India's gem and jewellery sector has shown remarkable resilience. With expanding FTAs and proactive government support, we are confident of reaching our ambitious export target of $70 billion by 2030. As Indian retailers go global, they carry forward our rich craftsmanship, solidifying India's position in the global jewellery trade. Let's make the most of this moment and work towards a Viksit BH.
Shrikant Karim, all the dignitaries, industry leaders, and esteemed members of Gem and Jewellery community. It is truly a pleasure to stand before you today at IIJS Tritiya and IGJME Tritiya 2025. This prestigious gathering reflects the strength, creativity, and global stature of India's gem and jewellery industry. Karnataka is proud to host this event, which brings together some of the finest artisans, manufacturers, and business leadership in the jewellery sector. The gem and jewellery industry is not just an integral part of India's heritage, but also a significant driver of our economy. The market value of $32 billion. This sector contributes to 10% of the country's total merchandise exports and provides employment to over 5 billion people. India continues to be a leader in jewelry exports, catering to key markets like United States of America, UAE, Russia, Singapore, and Hong Kong, reinforcing our global reputation for excellence and craftsmanship. A crucial force behind this success is the Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council, JGEPC, which has been instrumental in promoting and strengthening the industries since 1966. Sorry. Their initiatives have opened doors for business to expand the reach closer to home. JGEPC's Indian Institute of Gems and Jewelry in Udupi is a testament to Karnataka's commitment to fostering talent and skill development.
IIJS Tritya is the third edition we are holding in Bengaluru, and this has now become one of the third largest show in the country. Overall, we have 1100 exhibitors spread across 1900 booths, and we are expecting over 50,000 visitors from 600 different cities of the country, 1500 international exhibitors coming from 50 different countries. Over 1,000 VVIP buyers have also registered for this, and we expect a business of around 15 to 20,000 crores, which will be conducted in this show. Bengaluru is very, very important now for the southern region, and Akshaya Tritiya festival is the second biggest buying opportunity for the country. So that's why we have started this initiative, this show in Bengaluru. We have the first two largest one in Bombay, the IIJS premiere in August and IIJS signature in January. And now this has become a regular feature. Around March and April, we are going to host continuously this IIJS Tritiya. And it's a very successful show, and we are very, very confident, and looks like a very promising beginning.
You have any question?
Generally, GJ, if we see next.
I just would like to brief about upcoming India Jewelry Park, Mahape, New Mumbai. It is in about 21 acres. We are constructing about 5 million square feet, 3 million square feet usable, and the work was already started. And I invite all the exhibitors or who are in Karnataka interested, please contact our sales team. And sales has already started. We have booked about 1,80,000 square feet, and expecting first phase by 2026.
Yeah, I would like to talk about the jewelry park. Whatever the jewelry park, what I think that minister just now has spoken about the jewelry park. So mention what the minister, honorable minister, has just now promised a land for the jewelry park. The jewelry park, we were talking with the Karnataka government, with the local association, Bengaluru Jewelry Association and the Karnataka Federation, to create a jewelry park in Bengaluru for the last 3-4 years. So the main contention, the difference in opinion with the government was a good land near the airport, because we sell jewelry. The jewelry should be the manufacturing zone should be near the airport, because the transportation happens through airlines only. We do not transport through trucks and etc. And the security is also concerned. So because of that, if we get in remote part of somewhere like that, the land, it will not work. So based on that, we had requested the Bangalore or the Karnataka government to look at the land which is near to the airport. So that is what I think the minister has just now promised. So we'll start again talking with the Karnataka government and the local jewelry association, who had previously identified a land, and then that discussion could not go forward. That discussion will again take forward. This is one of the new things what I think we have achieved from today's meeting. One of the things you need to understand is that a place or the industry can only develop if it develops in manufacturing. So our industry, which was old, which was, let's say, in cottage industry, etc., now it is becoming very big. You have seen that in West Bengal there is a jewelry park. In Maharashtra, we are developing a huge jewelry park. Now also, if this comes, so the manufacturing will develop. And with a lot of countries looking at China plus one policy, our country will develop in terms of jewelry manufacturing, which is around $600 billion industry across the world.